Imagine, you wake up in a metal capsule 3x3 meters. No windows, no doors, only walls. You've been here for 2847 days. And your 5-year-old daughter thinks this is the entire world. Welcome to Capsule 7. Station Arc Prima, Colony Ship. Engineer Elena Sokolova, 32 years old. Her daughter Lyra, 5 years old. They've lived in Capsule 7 for as long as Lyra can remember. Mom, what's there? Lyra points at the wall. There. Nothing. Sunshine. A wall. And beyond the wall? Another wall. And beyond that wall? Another wall. And then? Elena strokes her daughter's hair. Then, more walls. The whole world is walls, sweetheart. For Lyra, the universe consists of 9 square meters. A sleeping block 112 meters, a sanitary module behind a curtain, a play zone, empty space by the wall, and a ventilation grate where rations appear every day at 08 Azharse. Protein paste with synthetic meat flavor, water with a metallic taste, vitamin pills the size of a fingernail. Lyra doesn't know the taste of an apple, chocolate, fresh bread. She hasn't seen rain, hasn't heard birds singing, hasn't felt the wind. Elena created an entire universe for her daughter in a cage. Math lessons with markers on the walls, an alphabet from scraps of fabric torn from clothing, stories about the great outside which doesn't exist, physical education, jumping, push-ups, stretching in cramped space. Mom, why can't we go out? Lyra asked when she was 4. Because it's dangerous outside. What's there? Pause. Elena didn't know what to answer. Emptiness, sunshine, cold, dark, emptiness. It's safer here. Every night when Lyra fell asleep, Elena stared at the ventilation grate, at the control panel with dead indicators, at the metal walls that had become her prison, and remembered. 7 years ago, Station Arc Prima, research vessel in orbit of a dying star. Attention! Class X solar flare, radiation impact in 18 minutes. The siren howled, tearing eardrums. Red lights turned the corridors into arteries of a dying organism. Everyone to escape capsules. Immediately, Elena ran, 7 months pregnant. Her belly hindered her. Her legs wouldn't obey. 2 engineers grabbed her, dragged her to the capsules. Sokolova, here! Capsule 7! They shoved her inside. A metal box 3x3 meters. Spartan interior. Control panel. Sleeping place. Autopilot will deliver you to Refugium Station. 14 hours flight. Hold on. The door slammed shut. Capsule launch in 10, 9, 8. Elena buckled in. Her hands trembled. 5, 4, 3. Explosion. Not outside. Inside the station. The shockwave hurled the capsule like a tin can. Elena hit her head against the wall. Blood. Darkness. Then silence. When she came to, the capsule was drifting. Engines silent. Navigation dead. Radio. White noise static. The control panel displayed a message. Critical system error navigation. Failure engines. Failure autopilot. Failure emergency beacon. Damaged life support systems. Active estimated operation time. 847 days, 847 days. 2 years and 4 months. Elena placed her hand on her belly. Inside, a child was moving. No, 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 no. She tried to restart the engines. Dead. Communications. Dead. Navigation. Dead. Everything dead. Except life support. And the child inside. Day 62, childbirth. Contractions started at night. Elena woke from pain that tore her in half. No one to help. No doctors. No painkillers. No medical equipment. Only her. And a metal box in space. 36 hours, she screamed, but no one could hear. Bit fabric to keep from going insane, pushed, thinking she was dying. On the 37th hour, the baby was born. A girl, blue, not breathing. No, Elena grabbed her, turned her over, patted her back. Nothing. Artificial respiration. Mouth to mouth. Tiny lung. 10 breaths. 20. 30. Breathe. Please. The first cry shattered the silence. Elena collapsed to the floor, pressing her daughter to her chest. She sobbed. From relief. From horror. From understanding. Now there were 2 of them, and 785 days until the end. Years 1, 3. Survival. The first thing Elena did was hack the life support system. She was an engineer, a good one. It was her job, extending the life of systems beyond their rated lifespan. Now she was extending her own life. She lowered the temperature from 20 degrees to 19 degrees. Energy savings, 15%, plus 127 days. Changed lighting to day-night mode instead of constant. Savings, 20%, plus 169 days. Reconfigured the food synthesizer for minimum portions, plus 412 days. Shut off hot water, plus 89 days. Reduced oxygen flow by 8%, plus 203 days. New estimated time, 2847 days, 7 years, and 9 months. Lyra grew up in the capsule. First steps, from wall to wall. First word, Mama. First question, what's there? Elena taught her to read from labels on control panels, to count by rivets in the metal, to draw with a marker on the walls. Mom, where's Daddy? Elena froze. He's far away, Sunshine. Will he come? I don't know. The truth was cruel. Elena didn't remember his name. A random connection on the station. One night, she didn't even know if he was alive. Mom, why is the sky blue? Because the ventilation is working properly. Why can't we see the stars? Because the walls are very thick. They protect us. Each lie cut like a knife. But the truth was worse. The truth was they were dead to everyone, drifting in the void. No one was searching. No one would come. Birthday, Summer 3. Elena made a cake from protein paste, molding it into a circle, stuck in 3 handmade candles from twisted fabric. Happy birthday to you? Happy birthday to you, she sang in a trembling voice. Lyra clapped her hands. Happy. Make a wish, Sunshine. I want to see outside. Elena smiled. Something broke inside. Maybe someday. That night, when Lyra fell asleep, Elena sat by the wall and cried silently. 3 years. 4.5 more ahead. How would she hold on? Day 1847. Construction. Lyra slept. Elena worked. The medical module in the corner of the capsule contained basic equipment: a defibrillator, scanner, medicine supply, and an emergency cryogenic unit. Adult-sized, single occupancy. Rated for 10 years of freezing. Elena disassembled it, laid the parts on the floor, studied the schematics on the screen for 3 nights, then started rebuilding. Reduced the chamber to child size, reprogrammed the cooling system, redirected energy flows, hands covered in cuts, fingers burned from soldering. But she worked, because she knew, in 1,000 days, the energy would run out. And this was the only way to save her daughter. Day 2847. The end. Lyra is 5 years old. A red light appears on the life support panel. Critical energy level remaining. 47 days Elena tried everything. Shut off heating completely. Plus 12 days. Even shut off cold water. Plus 8 days. Cut rations to 3-year-old size. Plus 15 days. Remaining. 82 days, not enough. She looked at the cryo capsule in the corner. White, clean, child-sized. The panel read, Child Cryo Capsule, Modified Age, 0-12 years duration, up to 50 years energy consumption, minimal survival probability, 87% 50 years. Elena knew the plan, had rehearsed it hundreds of times in her mind. Put Lyra to sleep, place her in the cryo capsule switch, all capsule energy to maintaining cryo reconfigure the damaged beacon. Reduce power but run it for 20 years, Die from cold, in 72 hours her daughter would sleep. The beacon would call. Someone would find her. In a year, in 10, in 20, but they would find her. Or they wouldn't. It was a gamble. Russian roulette. If they don't find her in 20 years, the beacon dies. Lyra will sleep another 30 years in a dead capsule. Then cryo will fail. She'll die in her sleep. But if Elena doesn't press the button, Lyra dies in 82 days. Certainly, there was no choice. The last day. Farewell. Morning. Lyra wakes up and sees her mother sitting by the wall. Red eyes. Mom, were you crying? No, sunshine, just dust got in my eyes. I'll help. Lyra runs over, blows on her mother's eyes. Elena hugs her so tightly the girl squeaks. It hurts. Sorry, sweetheart. Pause. Lyra. Mama came up with a game. What kind? A game called Long Sleep. Remember, I told you about the princess who slept for 100 years? Yes, she waited for the prince and he kissed her. That's right, and when she woke up, she saw a whole new world, with flowers, trees, sky. Lyra's eyes light up. I want to too. Will there be flowers? Real ones? Yes. Red, yellow, purple, and tall trees? Taller than this room. 10 times taller. And sky? Real sky? Blue. Infinite. With stars at night. Wow. Lyra spins in place. And you'll be with me. Elena freezes. Words stick in her throat. I'll wait for you here, while you sleep, and then we'll meet. Promise, promise. Lie. The last one. Evening. Last supper. Elena gave Lyra her entire portion. Eat, princess. You need strength for the long journey. What about you? I already ate. Lie. They played hide and seek. You can only hide behind the sanitary module curtain. Laughed. Built a tower from vitamin packages. Elena memorized every second, every laugh, every movement. Then a lullaby. Voice trembling. Sleep, my joy. Sleep in the starry capsule alone. I'll give you dreams where all of spring awaits. Lyra falls asleep in her mother's arms. Mom, when I wake up, will there be sun? I promise. And you'll definitely come. Elena kisses her forehead. I promise. Lie. The cruelest one. Elena carefully places her sleeping daughter in the cryo capsule. White inside. Soft. Like a coffin for a child. Fastens the straps. Connects sensors to the small chest. Breathing steady. Face peaceful. Forgive me, sunshine, for everything. Her finger hovers over the activation button. One press, and Lyra will sleep for years. What if no one finds her? The thought pierces like an icy knife. I'll kill my daughter. Freeze her alive. She'll die in this box. Her hand trembles. But if I don't press it, she dies in 82 days. From hunger, from cold, watching me die first. A look at Lyra's sleeping face. At least some chance. Better than zero. She presses. Shh. Quiet hissing. Temperature inside the capsule drops. White fog fills the chamber. Lyra's face disappears in the mist. The last thing visible, closed eyes, peaceful. The lid seals. Click. Elena falls to her knees, places her palm on the cold glass. Live, my girl. Live for both of us. She moves to the control panel. With trembling fingers, switches the energy. Cryosystem, active priority. Maximum emergency beacon, activated. 40% power, 20-year duration. Main systems, disabled heating, disabled lighting, disabled life support. Disabled lights go out, one by one. Temperature starts dropping. Elena lies down next to the cryo capsule, hugs it, presses her cheek to the cold metal. Through the glass, in the fog, Lyra's face is visible. Sleeping, feeling nothing. It's getting cold. Very cold. Fingers go numb. Lips turn blue. Breathing becomes shallow. See you, my sunshine. In another world, darkness. Cold. Silence. Elena Sokolova dies hugging the capsule with her daughter. Alone. In a metal box in the middle of space. 8 hours later, her heart stops. The capsule drifts on. A small white coffin with a beacon that quietly beeps into the void. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Someone is here. Please, find us. 17 years later, trading ship Meridian, Captain Dmitry Rush sits at the helm. 47 years old. Gray temples. Scar across his left eyebrow. Cap, do you hear that? A weak signal. Barely distinguishable. Beep, beep, beep. Old beacon. Probably debris from the Solar Wars. Check coordinates. The navigator enters data. The screen flashes. Signal. Rescue capsule source, Station Arc. Prima, destroyed 17 years ago. Frequency. Emergency beacon energy. 3% rush freezes. Arc Prima. My God. The navigator turns. Cap, everyone died there. 17 years ago. Check again. Pause. Confirmed. Rescue capsule. Beacon active. Rush stands. Change course. Full ahead. But Cap, there can't be anyone alive after... I said change course. Silence. The crew exchanges glances. The navigator quietly. You were from there. From the Ark. Rush doesn't answer. Stares out the porthole at the stars. 17 years ago, he served on Arc Prima as an engineer. Managed to evacuate a minute before the flare. 168 people died. Among them, his wife and 5-year-old daughter. He couldn't save them. 17 years of guilt. Every night their faces. If there's even one person alive there, he says quietly, I'll pull them out. Even if it's a corpse. Docking. Meridian approaches the drifting capsule. Small, old. Hull covered in micrometeorite dents. Rush and 2 crew members in spacesuits. Airlock. Capsule opens. A flashlight beam cuts through the darkness. God. In the corner, a cryo capsule. White. Child-sized. Indicators blinking green. Status. Active subject. Alive age. 22 years. Biological. 5 years. Name. Lyra Sokolova. She's alive, the medic shouts. Captain, there's a child here, and she's alive. Slept for 17 years, whispers the second. Rush approaches closer, looks through the glass. A little girl, face peaceful, sleeping, as if she just took a nap. Prepare medbay. Start revival procedure. Cap, there's someone else here? Rush turns around. By the cryo capsule, hugging it, a body, a woman, frozen, dead for 17 years. But the pose, she's hugging the capsule with her daughter, cheek pressed to the metal, eyes closed, face peaceful, as if she fell asleep next to her child. Remove helmets, Rush says hoarsely. Cap, there's no atmosphere. Remove helmets. They remove them. There is atmosphere, actually. The cryo system maintained a minimum. Rush kneels beside the body. On the wall, next to the cryo capsule, words are scratched, with a sharp tool edge. Uneven letters, trembling hand. Her name is Lyra. She is 5 years old. She thinks the whole world is 3 meters. Show her the sun, show her the sky, show her the life I couldn't take care of her mom. Rush reads silent, removes his cap. 17 years, alone, in darkness, dead. And she waited. His voice breaks. She waited for someone to find her daughter. The medic wipes tears. What should we do with her? Rush stands. We take them both, mother and daughter together, with honors. But protocol. To hell with protocol, Rush roars. This woman drifted in space for 17 years, dead, hugging her daughter, so that we would find her. He points at the cryo capsule. She earned a funeral, next to the living daughter she saved. Silence. Yes, Captain. Awakening medbay of ship Meridian. White walls, smell of antiseptic. The cryo capsule thaws. 6 hours of procedure. Doctors stand nearby. Rush doesn't leave. Sits by the wall, watches. Finally, the indicators change color. Awakening complete vital functions. Stable, the lid opens with a quiet hiss. Lyra Sokolova opens her eyes. The first thing she sees: white ceiling, bright light. Too bright. She squints. Mom? Voice hoarse. 17 years of silence. The nurse takes her hand. Everything's fine, sunshine. You're safe. Lyra blinks, focuses, looks at the unfamiliar face. You're not Mom. No, I'm Anna. I'm a doctor. Where's Mom? Pause. She's nearby, resting. Lyra tries to sit up. The world sways. Her arms won't obey. Easy. You slept for a long time. Long time? Where am I? On a ship. You were rescued. Rescued? Lyra looks around, sees a window. A real window. Beyond it, stars. The Milky Way. Nebulas. Infinity. She freezes, mouth open. Mom, look. The wall is transparent. That's not a wall, sunshine. It's a window. A window? Yes. And beyond it, space. Lyra slowly stands. Her legs buckle. The nurse supports her. They walk to the window. Lyra touches the glass, cold, smooth. And beyond it, space. Real. The realest. Tears flow down her cheeks. Mom told the truth. The world is big. Very big. Lyra stares at the stars, silent for a minute. Then, where's Mom? I want to show her. The nurse and Rush exchange glances. Lyra, come, I'll show you something. Farewell, they lead Lyra to the cargo bay. There, on a metal table, lies a body covered with white cloth. What is this? Rush kneels to be at her eye level. Lyra, your mother loved you very much. I know. Where is she? She did everything so you could live to see this day. She saved you. But where is she now? Rush looks into her eyes. She couldn't come with you. She stayed there. Stayed? Where? In the capsule. She gave all the energy to you so you could sleep. So we'd find you. Lyra blinks. Doesn't understand. But she promised to meet me, and she will meet you. Just not now. The nurse hugs Lyra. The girl starts crying. She promised. She said she'd wait. And she waited. 17 years. She waited until we found you, but she should be here. Rush places a hand on her shoulder. Your mother did the hardest thing a mother can do. She gave you her life. All of it. Until her last breath. He points at the white cloth. She's here. We found her next to your capsule. She was hugging you. Lyra looks at the body, trembles. Can I see her? Rush hesitates. Lyra, please. He slowly folds back the edge of the cloth. Elena's face, frozen, pale but peaceful, eyes closed, lips in a half smile. Lyra reaches out her hand, touches the cold cheek. Mom, I woke up. I saw the stars. Silence. Mom, they're real. You didn't lie. The body doesn't answer. Lyra lays her head on her mother's chest, hugs her. Why didn't you wake up with me? Rush wipes tears because she gave you the sleep so you could see the world, and she stayed to guard your dreams. Lyra cries for a long time, then whispers, "Thank you, Mom, for the sun." Epilogue. 5 years later. Space Station Refugium. Engineering Section. Lyra Sokolova. 27 biological years. 10 years by documents. Rescue Systems Engineer. She stands before a new capsule model. Improved. Is this ready? The station director asks. Yes. New navigation system. If engines fail, the capsule automatically sends a signal on all frequencies. Coverage radius. 50 light years. And if no one responds, the capsule will start moving toward the nearest habitable system, independently, using solar sails. Slowly, but it will get there. How long? Worst case, 40 years. But cryo will hold for 80. Why 80? Standard is 50. Lyra looks at the capsule. Because 50 isn't enough. I know, the director nods. When do we start production? Tomorrow. On the side of each capsule, a plaque, Sokolova class capsule, in memory of Elena Sokolova, who turned a cage into a home and despair into hope. Mom, I saw the sun. Thank you. Evening. Lyra returns to her quarters. Small, 4x4 meters. She can't handle more. Open spaces cause panic. On the wall, a photograph. The only one found in Arc Prima's archives. Elena Sokolova, 25 years old. Smiling, Lyra sits on the bed, looks out the porthole. Stars. Endless. Hi, Mom. Today I finished a new capsule. Now no one will wait 17 years. Pause. I'm still afraid of big rooms. The psychologist says it will pass. I don't believe her. Pause. But every day I go out. For you, who couldn't? She takes out a small notebook, opens it. On the first page, text copied in a trembling hand, show her the sun. Show her the sky. Show her the life I couldn't. Lyra runs her finger over the letters. I saw it, Mom. Everything you wanted. The sun, when the ship flew past a yellow star. The sky, when they landed on planet Terra 3. Blue, infinite. Life, here it is. Work. Friends, a few. Meaning, I'm living. For both of us. Like you wanted. She closes the notebook, lies down, stares at the ceiling. Good night, Mom. Silence. Somewhere in the void of space drifts capsule number 7. Empty now. Elena's body was buried with honors at Refugium Station. But the beacon still works. Beep, 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 beep. Weak, barely audible, but persistent, as if saying, I did it, she's alive, mission complete. The end, Elena Sokolova lived 32 years, but gave a life that has lasted 27 more. There are no graves in space, only stars, and each one is someone's mother who burned to give light.